Segment 10, The Future of Business. Please like, subscribe, and share right now. And so, we arrive, gently, quietly, at the final chapter of our long and extraordinary journey through the history of business. We have traveled so far together. From the dusty marketplaces of ancient Mesopotamia to the candlelit counting houses of medieval Florence. From the factory floors of the Industrial Revolution to the garages of Silicon Valley. From the first gleaming coins of Lydia to the luminous screens of the smartphone age. And now, we find ourselves here. In the present. We begin where so many of the most important conversations of our era begin. With data. By the 2010s, the world's most valuable companies were no longer oil companies or manufacturing giants. They were data companies. The digital traces of billions of human lives. Every search, every purchase, every click, every conversation, every preference and habit and desire, captured, stored, and available to be analyzed at a scale and with a precision that no previous generation could have imagined. And the economist who first articulated this shift most clearly did so with a phrase that has since become one of the most quoted in modern business. Data is the new oil. And the tool that would prove most powerful for refining that data was artificial intelligence. The idea of machines that could learn from data, identify patterns, make predictions, and eventually make decisions had been a dream of computer scientists since the earliest days of computing. But for most of those decades, the dream had outrun the reality. And then, gradually, all three of those constraints began to dissolve at once. Processing power kept doubling. The internet kept generating oceans of data. And a new generation of AI techniques, particularly a family of approaches known as deep learning, proved capable of extracting insight from that data with a subtlety and a power that astonished even their creators. Breathe slowly here. Artificial intelligence is not a future technology. It is a present one. Already, in ways that most people never pause to notice, AI is making decisions that shape daily life. Determining which search results you see, which products are recommended to you, which loan applications are approved, which medical images are flagged for a doctor's attention. The revolution is already underway, and it is only just beginning. One of the most visible and consequential expressions of this AI revolution arrived with remarkable suddenness in November of 2022. A company called OpenAI, founded in San Francisco in 2015 with the stated mission of ensuring that artificial intelligence benefits all of humanity, released a product called ChatGPT, a conversational AI that could answer questions, write essays, draft emails, generate code, explain complex ideas. Within 5 days of its release, ChatGPT had attracted 1 million users. Within 2 months, it had reached 100 million. It was the fastest adoption of any consumer technology product in history. Rest here for a moment. 100 million users in 2 months. The telephone took 75 years to reach 50 million users. The internet took 4 years. Facebook took 3.5 years. ChatGPT took 2 months. The pace of change, the pace of the business world itself, is accelerating in ways that can feel almost impossible to fully comprehend. And alongside the rise of artificial intelligence, another profound shift has been quietly gathering force. A shift in what businesses are expected to be. In what they owe, not just to their shareholders, but to the wider world. For most of business history, the dominant view was simple. The purpose of a business was to make money for its owners. This idea was articulated most forcefully by the economist Milton Friedman in 1970. When he wrote that the social responsibility of business is to increase its profits. For decades, this view shaped corporate strategy around the world. But a growing chorus of voices began to challenge it. And in 2019, something remarkable happened. The Business Roundtable, an association of the chief executives of America's largest corporations, issued a statement signed by nearly 200 of the most powerful business leaders in the world. It declared that the purpose of a corporation was no longer solely to serve its shareholders. It was to create value for all stakeholders: customers, employees, suppliers, communities, and the environment. It was a quiet but significant moment. A formal acknowledgement, from the very heart of corporate power, that the definition of business success was changing. And woven through all of these transformations runs a thread that connects this extraordinary present moment all the way back to those ancient traders bartering grain for cloth on the banks of the Tigris and Euphrates. The thread of human ingenuity, of the restless desire to solve problems, to create value, to build something that lasts. Business, at its deepest and most essential level, has always been about people trying to make life better. For themselves, for their families, for their communities, for the world. And so, our journey draws to its gentle close. 100 facts, 10 segments, thousands of years of human ingenuity and ambition and failure and resilience and reinvention, woven together into a single quiet story. A story that is still being written. By entrepreneurs and engineers and ordinary people making extraordinary decisions in businesses large and small, all around the world. Perhaps, in some small way, by you. Rest now. Let the long and luminous story of human commerce settle gently around you like something warm and familiar and endlessly surprising. From the first coin struck in ancient Lydia, to the last algorithm written in a San Francisco office. It has all been building towards something. It is always building towards something. And whatever that something is, the human spirit of enterprise and creativity and connection will be there to meet it. Good night. Please like, subscribe and share right now. Facts covered in segment 10. 1. By the 2010s, the world's most valuable companies were data companies, leading to the widely quoted observation that data is the new oil. 2. Artificial intelligence began fulfilling its potential when processing power, data availability, and algorithmic sophistication converged simultaneously. 3. Deep learning proved capable of extracting insight from vast datasets with a subtlety and power that astonished even its creators. 4. OpenAI was founded in San Francisco in 2015 with the stated mission of ensuring artificial intelligence benefits all of humanity. 5. ChatGPT was released by OpenAI in November 2022 and reached 1 million users within 5 days and 100 million within 2 months. 6. ChatGPT's adoption rate was the fastest of any consumer technology product in history. 7. Milton Friedman argued in 1970 that the sole social responsibility of business is to increase its profits. 8. The Business Roundtable issued a landmark statement in 2019 signed by nearly 200 chief executives declaring corporations exist to serve all stakeholders. 9. The fundamental human impulse behind all of business history remains unchanged, from the ancient traders of Mesopotamia to the technology pioneers of today.